everybody. Welcome to the KaiNexus podcast. I'm Mark Graban, and today we're doing a quick preview of our next webinar. It's going to be a virtual panel discussion. It's called Real Continuous Improvement in Virtual Workplaces 2, the sequel. So we did one of these back in June, and this time here on Thursday, July 23rd at 1 o'clock Eastern, we're going to have 3 panelists, and we're going to meet them briefly today. If you want to register for this, or if it's after July 23rd, if you want to get the recording, you can go to kainexus.com/webinars. So the first of our 3 panelists, Karen Martin. Hi, Karen. If you want to tell the listeners a little bit about yourself.
Great. Thanks, Mark. Hi, everyone. So I've been practicing Lean since about 2000 and have a few books out there and have been just interested in constant experimentation. And boy, there's been nothing more interesting in experimenting and pivoting quickly than COVID. And, you know, I've had quite a few interesting mindset shifts in COVID and have learned that things can be done more effectively virtually than I ever in a million years imagined. But I also am not a believer that all things need or should be done virtually. There is a line. So I look forward to having a chat with Crystal and Mike next week, and Mark with you hosting. Look forward to it.
Yeah, and please do mention the titles of your books, Karen.
Oh, okay. Clarity First, The Outstanding Organization, Value Stream Mapping, the Kaizen Event Planner, and Metrics-Based Process Mapping.
And if people want to learn more about you and your books and your work, your website is?
TKMG.com, and then our newest site, TKMGacademy.com, for our online learning product.
Yeah, TKMG, the Karen Martin Group.
Exactly.
I put more emphasis on the way that came out. It's on the Karen Martin.
It's like the Pennsylvania State University, which is where I'm from. Go Nittany Lions.
All right. So our second, thanks, Karen. Our second panelist is the Crystal Davis. Crystal, how are you?
Hi, Mark. Thank you so much for having me. So I'm Crystal Davis. I'm the CEO and founder of the Lean Coach Incorporated. And I've been practicing Lean since about the mid-90s. And one of the niche areas that I like to work in or focus on is leadership and people development. And I like to say that, you know, when it comes to process improvement, we can't do anything without people. And it takes the people to actually execute the processes as designed, or it will become a disaster, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so I love the fact that we're having this conversation around virtual workplaces and continuing improvement. And I heard someone say the other day that we shouldn't be socially distancing, that we should be physically distancing, and that we should be connecting socially. And so I'm looking forward to this conversation to make sure that we talk about how we might do that and continue to move forward in the improvement space.
Well, thank you for connecting with us virtually instead of distancing, and that means we get to have some fun and share ideas and compare notes here. On the topic of comparing notes, I love that you use the phrase "practicing Lean."
Absolutely.
Phrase, I think, because working with doctors, well, they get to say they're practicing medicine. We should be able to say we're practicing too. But what does practicing mean to you, Crystal?
Absolutely. So when I learned to shift that language was when I was working with Mr. Yamada, and at his age, he was up in age at that time. He always reminded me that he learned every day. Mm-hmm. And so it really taught me, 1, to be open to learning, and 2, that I didn't have to know it all. And of course, that takes a lot of pressure off of you when you don't have to have all of the answers, right? And you stay open to experimenting.
Yeah. Well said. Great advice. So looking forward to hearing more of your experiences and thoughts coming up on Thursday, Crystal. And our third panelist here is, I guess I've got to say it now, the Mike McGowan. Mike.
No, you don't have to say it that way.
The one and only.
Thanks, Mark, and nice to meet you, ladies. And I'm looking forward to this discussion. I feel like I'm honored to be amongst this with this group. Mark, thanks for pulling me in. I'm the director of process excellence at Memorial Health System in Marietta, Ohio. We're a 2-hospital system with 3 EDs and a couple of physician cares and 200 and some physicians. And yeah, we're doing our best to struggle through with this and come out of, how does my team continue to do process. I was just on another webinar, and the gentleman said we put all of our process excellence improvements in the freezer when COVID hit, and it's like that's what happened to us too. And so how do we, how do you stop improving, which is kind of crazy, right? And then how do you come back and come back better, or at least where you were. So it'll be interesting to learn how, we've been discussing here how we're changing things, and I can't wait to get started to talk about this.
And Mike, unlike Karen and Crystal, doesn't have a website to share.
No website.
But yeah, Mike and his organization have been KaiNexus customers. So I'm going to say go to KaiNexus.com. No.
Please do.
But I'm looking forward to hearing all of your perspectives. Mike, as being inside an organization, and Karen and Crystal, being outsiders or guests, partners of different organizations. I think we're going to have a really interesting mix of perspectives and ideas, and I really look forward to the discussion. So again, that is going to be Thursday, July 23rd, 1:00 for the virtual panel. The sequel is going to be better than the original. That's our hope, right? So with movies, sometimes people are worried about sequels, but I think we'll have a good franchise of these virtual panel discussions on virtual improvement and what we can learn from that. So again, you can go to kainexus.com/webinars to register. If you're able to attend live, you'll be able to submit questions. If not, you'll be able to watch the recording, and I know you'll get a lot out of that. So again, Karen Martin, Crystal Davis, Mike McGowan, thanks everybody in advance for doing this panel.